Help support Chris and Zach Attack by liking and sharing all of our content, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all your latest video game news and updates. Hello friends, it's Chris.
It's me, Zach. Hello.
What?
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 I think I can't. What?
What?
I can't hear you.
What? Alright, welcome to Chris and Zach Attack.
Here we are.
E3.
Yeah, what are we attacking today?
We're attacking the E3. Let's see, we're going to touch on the E3 EA press conference and the Microsoft press conference.
Yeah, like the Microsoft one got done like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, so it's pretty fresh.
Fresh.
Some decent reveals. Yeah. Some decent reveals for both.
What?
Yeah. What? Yeah, that's what I was saying. What?
What?
After I saw one of these pieces of news. What?
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 All right, so yeah, there's quite a bit of news. Quite a bit.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot. It's exciting.
We're not going to get into a whole lot. We're just kind of like going to run down what was announced, and then I think we're going to go ahead and kind of tap into like, you know, what we think of all the reviews. What's good, what's bad, stuff like that. So, first off, we're going to start with EA's press conference. First off, I just kind of ran down the games that were released. I didn't watch the whole thing, so, you know, because I don't really have didn't have an hour and a half to watch it because I was watching Orange is the New Black all day yesterday.
Yeah, well, that's the biggest thing with like all these reveals. It's like almost an hour long. When it's like if you condense it, like in total, it's probably like 5 minutes of content.
Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, they started off with some Madden 18. Coming out. So Madden 18, they're going to get a story mode, kind of like what they did with FIFA 17, starring, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. It's Mahershala Ali.
Oh, the Mahershala Ali. Yeah, he won.
Ali. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one who won best supporting actor this year for the Moonlight one.
Yeah, he was also in House of Cards as well. But yeah, best supporting actor in Moonlight.
Yep.
So yeah, the story mode is going to follow a football player with the goal of making it in the NFL.
Okay.
So yeah, should be pretty fun. Should be pretty interesting. I think judging from, we're going to just go ahead and talk about FIFA 18 was announced as well.
That's okay.
Alex, the return of Alex Hunter in the story mode called The Journey, which is a continuation of FIFA 17. So I guess people really enjoyed FIFA 17 story mode, so they're now implementing it into their other sports games.
Yeah, that's pretty much like the future for these sports games. It's like having like a story mode. So, I mean, like they did it in FIFA. They're going to do it in Madden. They're probably going to do it in the NBA. They're going to do it in all of them if they can. If they can.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
I have no idea. I mean,
okay, so
we're not soccer fans. Like I don't watch soccer. I'm assuming you don't watch soccer.
Football.
No, we're in America. It's soccer. It's okay.
We're in America. It's soccer. Okay. Ronaldo is going to have a greater role in the game due to his time spent being motion captured from the studio. So and apparently there's going to be some differences between the Switch version and the other version as well. I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, it's fine. Like. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, the FIFA games are huge. Like, soccer's like the biggest sport in the world. So the FIFA games always are huge sellers. And, like, the guy who's on the cover is, like, one of the biggest stars right now of soccer.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So after the Madden thing, they announced some stuff for Battlefield 1. It's been out for a couple years now.
It's like a year. It came out last year, like November last year.
So Battlefield 1 came out last year. So they've got some new maps coming out later this year, including some that are set during the nighttime. And then there's going to be a new expansion, which is called In the Name of
the Czar.
Oh, Czar. Okay. In the Name of the Czar.
Yep.
Which we'll have female characters that will be playable in multiplayer. This is gonna be the first time that's ever happened in the series.
I can kill women now. Yes.
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 It's our dream.
That's what I've
slaughter women. Oh my
play
god.
Call of Duty. I play Call of Duty. I play all these online shooters. I'm like, you know what? I really wish I could shoot digital women. God,
absolutely.
love it. Thank God.
All I want to do, just in my life.
Selling point. Game of the year.
We here at ChrisAndZachAttack do not condone violence against women.
Yeah, don't beat your girlfriends, your wives, your sisters, your mothers.
Just don't do it, man.
Don't punch. Actually, you know what? Don't punch anyone. Just don't punch people.
Just don't
be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Need for Speed Payback was announced. There was a gameplay trailer for that. Pretty much looks like a Fast and the Furious the game, which actually kind of does look fun to me. I thought it would look fun.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because like Need for Speed, it's like, well, they can't really go like full racing sim because that's kind of what Forza does. So it's like they're not going to do as good as Forza. So it's like they kind of got to be more arcadey and have like a storyline type thing. So that's what they're doing. Yeah,
pretty much. I mean, so yeah, it's going to be interesting. I genuinely enjoyed the Need for Speed games. I think there are some fun ones. Kind of gives you a good alternative to the racing simulator that is Forza or Gran Turismo.
I remember like Need for Speed Underground. I love that game.
Oh god, that was such a fun game. Like I used to do the cheat code where you get like that Batmobile looking thing, and it was like the fastest car in the game, and it was just like it's like super fucking fast.
Yeah.
Anyway, new IP was announced called A Way Out.
Co-op one.
It's a co-op action game from the developer of Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
Yep.
Focuses on two convicts who are on the run after a prison escape, which is set in the 70s. Or it looks like it's set in the 70s.
Yeah.
And
probably.
Other than that, it just looks very interesting. If you guys want to check it out, just look it up. It's called A Way Out. People are talking about it.
And then there's another one that was revealed.
Yep.
Pretty big one.
Anthem, which is BioWare's new IP, was announced during this.
Yeah. It was like just like a teaser. It was like pre-rendered. It was like cut. It was basically like a cutscene. There was no gameplay during the EA media thing. There was no gameplay.
Yeah, which is kind of weird because it's just like it's an EA IP, but
it's going to be one of their big IPs. Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, with the Xbox reveal thing, that I can understand that, but anyway, we'll talk a little bit more about that a little later. But NBA Live 18 was announced, which is going to have a campaign-like mode called The One, which lets you play as a custom character who tries to make it big in the NBA. So unlike the story mode of Madden 18, which has like this
a character, like a pre-created character, like an actual like physical character with like traits. It's not just like a created thing. Like this is like me basically.
Yeah, you can create it yourself, and like you can adjust his talents and stats however you want it. So demo launches in August. Any progress you make in the demo will carry you over to the full game.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I know like the NBA Live has kind of been like the second after like the 2K NBA. So for like a couple of years now, the NBA Live has been like the lesser of the basketball sims. So
I would have to
maybe this year they can pick it up.
Hopefully. And then I don't know if there was anything else, but I think the last one that I saw was Battlefront 2. There was a lot more detail coming out for that. So first of all, they released a gameplay trailer. Looks phenomenal. It has a lot of the prequel stuff, which a lot of the people on the subreddit prequel memes were gonna really enjoy.
Wow. I love that.
I troll that. I troll around that thread so much.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it like takes like the coolest stuff from the prequels. So it's like Darth Maul was like one of the coolest things from the prequels. So it's like obviously he's going to be in here because he's super cool. Like the droids are pretty cool, so they're going to be in there.
Yep.
So it's like all the cool stuff from the prequels.
Yeah, like and you'll be able to fight in like battles on Naboo or wherever the hell, and you'll be able to fight these battles. It's going to be really cool. What's really cool about it? Number one, they showed some Darth Maul footage, and holy crap, does he look awesome! Like really fun stuff there.
Yeah.
Secondly, they've announced that their DLC is gonna be free. Like,
yeah. So
finally,
they're just gonna, they're gonna do like, so the map packs and like the bigger like content will be free. It'll just be like the loot boxes, kind of like Overwatch. I think there's like in this game there's actual like customization you can have, so you can have like basically like a loadout, and then you have like cards that enhance your stats and like give you different things. So that's like the loot boxes go along with getting these cards that help you out somehow.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, this is probably a very good decision considering like how well Overwatch is doing with their stuff. That other games are now taking on this model. I like this model. This is good.
Yes,
this is
I
a
agree.
good step forward.
Yeah, because it's not like you're out. Okay, so you're out $60 when you buy the game, and then you're out like another like $60 to catch up on all the DLC as it goes along.
Yep.
You can like just buy the game and play it. You don't have to do the microtransactions if you don't want to. It's like you can just ignore it and just play the game. I do like that aspect.
I fucking love it. I can't wait for it.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's going to do with the EA wrap up. So overall,
just a lot of sports. A lot of sports. I mean, obviously EA pretty much has like the sports market. They have a monopoly on it almost. I mean, other than like the NBA game, there's pretty much EA. They do all the sports games. They're solid games every year. I mean, they're never like just broken or horrible games.
Yep.
Yeah, just sports games. It's kind of interesting with their new IP from BioWare, Anthem. That looks interesting. We'll talk about that a little bit more in depth because they showed more of it for the Microsoft.
Yeah.
And then they're kind of like not. They're basically saying like we didn't forget about indies, so like here's like an indie showcase with like that the one game you're talking about, the co-op one. I forgot the name of it.
Oh, Way Out.
Way Out. So like, oh wait, we didn't forget about indie games. Look, here's an indie showcase for you.
Yep. And indie games got some love too in the Xbox conference too. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, like the EA one was fine but predictable. Like they didn't really give any surprises.
Yeah. So I mean, it's fine. It's cool. We all like it.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's go on and let's go into the Xbox. So biggest thing out of the Xbox is the unleashing of the Project Scorpio console, now aptly named the Xbox One X.
Yes, the Xbox One X comes out this year, November 7th, $499, which, like we discussed in our previous videos, is like a good price point for a high-end console. You're not quite at like $499. It's like you're not going to be able to get like a legitimate gaming PC for $499. So I think $499 is a good price for like a luxury gaming console. That's what this is being marketed as like a luxury, top of the line gaming console.
Yeah, they said it is the most powerful console out there right now.
Yeah, they're saying
most powerful console ever made. They actually said.
Yeah, I mean it's like
it as.
We're more. Yeah, it's like it's kind of a silly title to give it because it's like, well, obviously it's the most powerful console ever created. I mean, like this is the best console that you put out. I mean, yeah, you're more powerful than an Atari and a Super Nintendo. Of course, you're going to be the most powerful console ever created.
Of course, yes, absolutely. So, and then it's as far as like the look of it, it looks like an Xbox One S, but smaller.
Yeah, smaller. Yeah, it's small. It's really small. It's kind of crazy how they fit like pretty powerful in such a small little thing, which is cool.
Oh yeah, I mean you can just do the same thing with a phone here too. So it's like what the heck.
Yeah, I like that they went smaller. Yeah, I mean it looks cool. November 7th, so like holiday.
Yep.
Like it hit a good release point. If they have any like, I'm kind of considering like because I have the Xbox One from like 2013 or something, 2 years ago. I'm kind of looking at maybe if like they have some trade-in deals or something like that. If they have like a deal, I know GameStop is like cancer, but they have a lot of like trade-in. They have like a lot of trade-in like bonuses, so it's like you get like $100 or $200 for the trade-in of a new console.
Yeah,
so,
that's not bad. I mean, at least it gets you some money off on the new one.
Yeah. So I'll definitely look into that.
You're essentially still forking over like $300, but it's there's probably going to be something for that guaranteed down the line, or maybe even right now they'll be like, "Hey, come trade in your Xbox." Well, then I won't have an Xbox.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really need one right now, but
nah.
Anyway, so I mean, in my opinion, I wouldn't buy it.
No, I mean I wouldn't just straight up buy it. Like if I didn't already have an Xbox. Like if this was like if I didn't own a console right now, if I didn't have a PlayStation 4, if I didn't have an Xbox, and it's like, oh, I'm kind of looking to get into that, I don't think this would be the first console I would look at because it's a little too pricey for just like jumping in.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like budget options. It doesn't do, like, yeah, it's they're really like touting like 4K and HDR and like super duper graphics, but that doesn't matter if you don't have a TV for it. Like if you don't have the TV for it, you can't do anything with it. It just like plays games a little bit better.
Exactly.
Like load times are going to be faster, and you might see like some consistent frame rates, but you're not going to be able to unleash it without a good TV.
Yeah, you're going to need to spend a lot more. If you don't have the TV, you're going to need to spend a lot more just to get the TV to really get the full potential of it. So
yeah, when it's like I'm still fine just like with the HD graphics that I have on my HD TV. It doesn't have to be 4K HDR. I'm okay with what it looks like now. I'm not looking to whatever this upgrade is. I'm not really looking for that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not either, but so yeah, well, I mean, it's going to be a good option for people who have 4K TVs for sure.
Yeah.
But
well, because like the one, it's like you could either get the Xbox One S or like the PlayStation 4 Pro. The Scorpio, the Xbox One X, blows both of them away. So I mean, it's like, yeah, this is like a good option if you're like, okay, I'm ready to do like super duper HD gaming on my super cool TV that I just bought. Yeah, it's a great console.
Or if you're a streamer and you can have the capability of streaming in 4K, well, sure, why not? Do it.
Yeah, because I mean, at this point, it's like you're almost like better off getting this instead of like trying to upgrade your PC to like try to stream like this. Okay, I'll get the Xbox One X to do this.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, moving on. They also announced some games.
Forza, lots of games. Yeah,
Forza Motorsport 7 was announced.
It comes out October 7th.
October 3rd.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
okay. 3rd.
It release date is October 3rd.
Cool. Sooner.
We'll be able, obviously, because obviously with the Xbox One X, pretty much every single game that they have announced is going to be able to play on the Xbox One X with those updated graphics. So keep that in mind as we go down the line. Forza Motorsport, that's an exclusive. So they got one coming out. It's there's quote unquote shocking levels of detail quoted by Turn 10's Dan Greenwald.
Well, of course he's going to talk about his own game. Of course he's going to say,
levels of detail.
He's making the game. Of course he's going to like totally blow over like how awesome the game looks. He's making it.
Exactly. There's more than 700 cars in the game, which is pretty cool, I guess, if you're really into the racing sims. But Forza Motorsport, it's actually a very, very popular title. People like this game. It's fun.
Yeah, they're polished. I got really into like the Forza like back on the 360 way back. It was like Forza 2 or something. I really got into that one, and I had a lot of fun with it. I mean, it's fun because it's like you race and then you get money off like winning the race or like getting a place, and then you can like buy cars, customize your cars. It's a lot of fun. They're fun games.
Yeah, they are very fun. It's very interesting to customize all the cars, all the options you can do with it. So.
Yeah, it's crazy, all the options. It's insane.
Yeah, it is. And then next up, they released announced Metro Exodus, which is a sequel to Metro Last Light. This is going to be
pretty much.
This is going to be an Xbox One and PC release in 2018. We're assuming, actually, it's unclear if it's going to be on the PS4.
I think they basically say like coming to the Xbox One and PC like. But they're not going to say PS4 because they obviously don't want to talk about the PlayStation 4.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But like if you look it up, like if you go to like Metro Exodus website, it's probably going to say like have the PS4 logo on the bottom, so it's going to come out. They just have this thing now.
They probably have like
a lot of the things. Marketing rights. That's a big thing now. It's like so you see commercials for a game, and at the end of the game, like at the end of the trailer, a logo will pop up. It'll be the PlayStation logo or it'll be the Xbox logo.
Yeah,
that's like what having marketing rights. Or it could be a timed exclusive where it's like, okay, so for the first like 6 months of this game's life, it's going to be exclusive to the Xbox PC, and then after 6 months are over, it's going to get released on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
I don't think this one's going to be exclusive. I think this is coming for everything.
Yeah. Anyway, more about Metro. It's an open world game. That's original.
Yep. Everything is open world.
The trailer, it looks nice. It seems like an interesting game. But honestly, I'm kind of getting bored with the open world aspect of games. You know, it's like,
yeah, everything. I think of all these
title, like give me a linear title.
All the titles revealed in the Microsoft, like I think all of them, but like 3 were open world games.
Yeah, probably. Fuck, I don't know, man. But it's neither here or there. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be an interesting game.
Yeah, I mean the other 2 have been good.
Yeah. So the next, actually, I don't know if this was. Let's just talk about Anthem real quick because I don't have it. I don't actually have it on my list, but
Anthem, yes, Anthem is BioWare's. It wasn't gameplay was not shown on the EA briefing.
Yep.
It was shown at the Microsoft media reveal. Gameplay was shown. Mm-hmm. It looks cool. It's BioWare. Like, okay, so everyone was kind of worried about BioWare. They're like, oh no, BioWare's in trouble. Like, what is happening to BioWare after Mass Effect Andromeda? Everyone was kind of scared.
Yeah.
Everyone was kind of saying, well, like, okay, don't judge BioWare on Mass Effect Andromeda because Mass Effect Andromeda was created kind of by like an offshoot of BioWare. It was not the main BioWare creative center. It's kind of like an arm that just like exists to normally just help out the big BioWare.
Yeah.
Like the BioWare Prime creative place.
Which is Edmonton, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, Edmonton. That's like the main BioWare headquarters. The ones that made Mass Effect, they're just like support. They got put on a full project with Mass Effect Andromeda. Obviously, we know how that turned out.
Yeah.
So this is kind of BioWare main creative BioWare's game.
I think,
Anthem.
Despite that, Montreal did their best, but, obviously, like you were sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's fine.
Like you were saying, this is the main BioWare Montreal making Anthem here.
Yeah.
So, and what's funny was when I was watching the trailer, there was a couple things I noticed. Number one is that there's a lot of aspects in this game that you could see in Andromeda. Like the big monsters, you're exploring like this thing. You're in these suits with jetpacks, and the characters are holding their guns a lot like how the characters in Mass Effect hold their guns too. So I feel like it took while Montreal was working on Mass Effect, because they were working on Mass Effect for a long time.
Like
Edmonton, Edmonton went over and to check on it and be like,
Yeah, I mean they probably like borrowed from each other a lot of the aspects because I think it runs on the same graphics engine. I think they both use Frostbite.
They're both on Frostbite,
they're running on the same graphics engine. So I mean, they could like have similar animations for a lot of these things because like how many times can you show like someone like aiming through like the scope of a gun? It's like it can only look so like it ends up just looking the same because it's like well a lot of the games just have that.
Yep. And then another thing I noticed, the facial animations, they look better.
Yes.
So far. However, I still think they're a little too over the top. Like the first guy that you're talking to in the trailer is just kind of like,
I mean, he's like,
I have a working face.
He's like this close, like,
and just overpronounced wrinkles and like he's like having like awkward facial expressions, kind of like at the end of the conversation, he was just like,
who makes this face?
This the guy. He's a guy who just gave you bad news, and he's just trying to like make you happy at the same time. Like
nobody makes that face in real life. Come on.
I mean it's a little over the top, but some of the it's whatever. Faces are hard. So and then the last thing I noticed is like when they were talking. So
okay, yeah, this is
this.
Okay, because when the trailer first started, I was like, oh, like, okay, the character you're playing as has like a personality. They like talk to the NPCs, and it's like, oh, conversation. I was like, cool, I like that. That's cool, immersive. Yeah. I'm playing as like a person, like someone who's interacting with the world. I like it.
Yeah. And then you get
what
into
happened?
the suits. You're into the suits.
So like, no, it's still to this point, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like some witty banter. I like it. Like, I get it. Like, I'm a character. Like, they're establishing like I have a relationship with these people.
Yep.
The character of the world seems alive. My character seems interesting so far. I like it. Okay, I'm into it.
And then you get in front of this cave, and the guy asks you, "Hey, have you been in there yet?" No, I think I'll do that with Kim later. Oh yeah, you can use the XP.
And then I was like,
what?
I was like, what just happened?
Is this players talking to each other, or is it characters talking to each other?
Yeah, the first thing that tipped me off was like, oh, you got the mortar. I was like, because she's like, oh, you got the new mortar. He's like, yeah, I got it over the weekend. I was like, well, that's weird. But I was like, maybe they just like established that there's like days of the week in the game, like whatever. Yeah. And then this happened, and then I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, we're supposed to believe that these are actual people talking to each other.
So silly. It's so weird. I don't know. We'll have to see like what happens later on, but that demo was just so weird.
It felt so incredibly forced at every possible second. They're like, because we were talking earlier about like they're like talking like their witty little banter back and forth. Yeah, kind of
like going back and forth, quick banter. Like, yeah, I like that. It's cool. And then all of a sudden, yeah, you can use the XP.
And then, like, as it goes on, I was like, oh God, what is happening? Like, stop having them talk.
I don't know. It's fucking weird, man.
Because they were like, I've never talked like that online. Like, playing like an online shooter, like, I've never had a conversation. Maybe I'll say like 3 words to like the other people I'm playing with.
Yeah, like, your mom.
Yeah, like, unless I'm playing with buddies, but like, we're not like into the game like that. That doesn't happen.
What are we supposed to do? We're supposed to jump in there? Alright, see you guys on the other side!
It doesn't happen.
Gamers!
Like, yeah, obviously, like, this trailer was created by people who have no idea what playing a game actually is.
Despite it being a game company. Alright,
yeah, exactly.
Let's move on, because we can talk about that all day and bash on it, but...
Oh, God.
Let's just move on. Okay, so here's something fun, alright? Alright, so here's a game that nobody ever saw coming, okay?
I'm honestly floored that this is even coming out, because I thought this was never going to happen.
This is unbelievable. Like,
this might be
notch,
like...
Holy shit, this is like exclusive world first right here. Yeah. Nobody's
seen this. It's probably going to get Game of the Year for the next 5 years. Like, that's how good this game is. Like,
and we're talking about Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yeah, honestly, probably... the best trailer I've ever seen in my life.
I didn't even watch the trailer, honestly.
It's Assassin's Creed. You know what it looks like?
Yeah.
It looks like Assassin's Creed. It looks like Assassin's Creed. It plays like Assassin's Creed. It fucking smells like Assassin's Creed. It's Assassin's Creed. It's Assassin's Creed with... Okay, you know what Assassin's Creed was really missing? You know what I really needed in Assassin's Creed? Loot. I really wanted like different colored weapons to actually immerse me in the game. I wanted my yellows, I wanted my blues, I wanted my epics, I wanted my purples. That's what Assassin's Creed really needed, because that's what it needed. No, that is not what Assassin's Creed needed.
All right, so let's kind of go down the line here. First off, it's going to release on October 27th later this year. With the 4K gameplay on Xbox One, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's also going to be, guaranteed it's going to be on PS4, PC, all that. Probably the Switch, too. Who knows?
Yeah, it's coming up for everything.
So it tells the story of one man. His name is Bayek. Bayek? Yeah, sure. His name is Bayek. He's the last Magi and protector of his community. Game introduces deeper RPG elements to the series. Combat looks like Dark Souls with more emphasis on countering. Slow-mo jump. There's a slow-mo jump when using a bow, just like in Breath of the Wild.
Oh, God!
I'm quoting this from GameSpot, by the way.
Oh, GameStop, you got it so right!
It's rideable. There's rideable camels.
God!
You can control a bird of prey that can identify areas of interest for you.
Yeah, that's definitely stuff in a game. It's like they saw like the past like 3 years of games. They're like, you know what? Let's just copy all of that and put it in Assassin's Creed.
Boom, we got a game.
Because there's like I was watching the trailer, he was like sneaking, and like the sneaking into like a bush is the exact same as it is in Horizon Zero Dawn. Like you like walk in and like the kind of it like makes like a little digital effect like when you're in cover. The exact same thing happens in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
He like kills a guy. He picks up a piece of like loot. He equips it. It's a yellow. I was like, wow, okay. So like every other loot game, like yeah, cool. You got a yellow weapon. You're feeling awesome. Your bow does 34 damage now. You must be so proud of yourself.
Yeah.
I was really confused because the Assassin's Creed games are like rooted in, I mean, they're like sci-fi, but like the combat and like the elements are pretty much rooted in like you're killing like people. Like that's pretty much what it is. And then he's fighting like a giant snake in the trailer. I was like, what? A giant snake? I was like, where does that come from?
That's Egypt. That's why. Duh.
Oh. Ah, God. How can I be so stupid?
Yeah. So yeah, just like all of the leaks,
all the
confirmed
leaks.
It's set in Egypt. Not much else to say. There's going to be, there's a leak that said there's going to be a gold and a deluxe season pass, all that shit.
All the shitty Ubisoft stuff. Yep.
Yeah, and they haven't announced it yet, but if it was leaked, I guarantee you that's what's going to happen because Ubisoft is fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Ubisoft is now the worst company in the world. Gaming company.
It just looks like Assassin's Creed. I was reading because I watched the trailer. I was on Reddit and I was like looking at some comments and people were like, "Oh, it looks so fucking sick. It looks awesome. Like, oh my god, Assassin's Creed is back." I was like, "It looks like every other Assassin's Creed game. How can you say that this one looks any better than all the other ones? It looks exactly the same."
I haven't watched it yet, so I'll watch it and see how it goes.
Yeah, it just looks to me, it looks the same.
I'll probably believe you. I believe you. You're probably right. But anyway, we can talk more of that later. But let's go. State of Decay 2.
Yep, 2018.
It's coming out 2018. Yep.
Yep.
Xbox One, Windows 10. Is there a PS4 release for this? Probably.
What is it?
State of Decay 2.
No, this is exclusive. This is actually an exclusive.
2 exclusives.
Yep. So yeah, this is
I can't do this. This is a flipping you off in England.
Yeah, don't do that. Anyone watching in England, you know what? 2.
All right, so State of Decay 2 is the second exclusive that we have here. It was originally announced last year at E3 2016. It's a survival horror zombie game. I'm pretty sure I've seen a trailer running around on Machinima for this.
Yeah, there's a trailer.
Where the zombies are like piling out of a train car and you're shooting at them, and he's
I think that's
a different
one. I think that's the one that's coming out for PS4. There's lots of zombie games coming out.
Okay.
I think that one's called like Days Gone or something.
Got it. All right. Anyway, it's a zombie survival horror game. I didn't watch the trailer, so what do you think? Did you see it?
No, but I'm excited for it. I think it looks cool.
Okay.
The first one, I think I'm gonna buy the first one. It's like $10 right now.
Nice.
So I kind of want to get it just to check it out. I mean, it's pretty unique. It's not unique now, but when it first came out, it was pretty unique. Kind of like the survival. That was back when like the survival style games were like still pretty new when it came out for the 360.
Yeah.
Now everyone's kind of doing like survival style games. But this was like one of the first console ones. It looks cool.
Cool.
I'm excited for it.
Nice. There's some news for Minecraft. Xbox One is going to get cross-play with the Nintendo Switch for Minecraft.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's kind of like the first time. Well, I don't know if it's the first time, but
probably
it's one of the first times we've seen two different companies, like two different distinct gaming console companies not competing, but cooperating with each other.
Forces, yes.
Combining forces. So now we
it
can
makes
play
sense
Minecraft.
that Microsoft would do that with Nintendo instead of Sony, because Sony they see as their direct competition. They kind of see Nintendo as like an offshoot, something they can like partner with to kind of like work together. Sony is like, the PlayStation 4 is like direct competition for the Xbox. The Switch is not direct competition for the Xbox. Not right now. Maybe in the future, but not right now.
Yeah, and Minecraft I think is a great game for this type of thing. So
yeah.
And there's also going to be a new enhanced visuals pack for the Xbox One X, so it takes advantage of that graphics thing. I don't know how much better, but
it's going to look sick pixels. Those pixels are going to be awesome.
You'll be able to see the pixels.
The pixels inside of the pixels with the pixels.
Next game is Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Now, I'm pretty excited about this. It's a 2018 release. Yep. Looks fun for Dragon Ball Z fans. It almost is like a Street Fighter style of gaming. Like, if you remember the old Budokai games, it's kind of like that type of... It's kind of like that, but like more Street Fighter-y. Or like Capcom versus Marvel type of game. Yeah,
it looks... they said it was like the 3-on-3, like battling.
Yep.
I think they said it was by the same people that did Guilty Gear. Like,
yeah.
So, like, Guilty Gear is like a long franchise of fighting games. It's been around for, years now, almost 20 years, I think. They're kind of doing this, which is a good sign because they make really good fighters. So if they're helping out make this game, that's a really good sign for this fighting game. This might be, like, one of the best, if not the best, Dragon Ball Z fighting games to come out in a long time. If not
definitely. Yeah.
This has potential.
It's got a lot of potential. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Black Desert Online, which Xbox exclusive?
Maybe. That's kind of like, it's a weird thing I'm seeing Xbox do. They're kind of like latching onto a lot of these like, not free to play, but like MMOs that are on PC right now.
Yeah.
And some of the free to play, they're kind of like trying to get them to release on the Xbox first, or if not exclusively.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what they're going for now. Because another one, they didn't talk about it on this, but it's called Path of Exile. Uh-huh. It's like it's a Diablo 2 style art. Yeah. That one's going to be coming up for the Xbox One, and it hasn't been announced for the PlayStation 4. So I don't know if that's going to be exclusive too. So they're trying to get like these free-to-play games on the Xbox and the PC, not the PlayStation 4. That's kind of what they've been doing.
That's good. I mean, yeah, sure. That's good. It'll open up some MMO options for people who don't have a PC like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, early 2018 release for that one. Sea of Thieves. It was originally scheduled for 2017, but now it's delayed until 2018.
Yeah, that's Rare. They're known for like Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Donkey Kong. That's their new game, Sea of Thieves.
That's their new game. And then it was first revealed back in 2015 E3, so 2 years ago.
Yeah, there's like an alpha, or I guess it's a beta right now that you can play. You can get into. People say it's unique. It's like a co-op pirate RPG action ship battle game. It's really different what they're trying to do with it.
Yeah, definitely. Next up, Crackdown 3, which is actually pretty exciting. That's an Xbox exclusive, isn't it?
That is an exclusive. Yep, that's another exclusive. Number 3 exclusive. 3, yes.
Or 4 with Sea of Thieves, isn't it?
Yeah, it's exclusive. 4. Woo!
November 7th release.
Finally.
To launch. It was expected to launch during 2016, but it didn't.
This was announced like, oh my god, so many years ago they announced this.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty much just like Crackdown 2, Crackdown 1. Terry Crews was in the trailer.
Yeah, Terry Crews is awesome. Yeah, it looks cool. I mean, it's just more of the same. I like Crackdown. I thought Crackdown 1 and 2 were fine games. I mean, they're just kind of like really
like over the top action games, isn't it?
Yeah, where you're like jumping over buildings and just like blowing things up, just rocket launchers, and they're fun. They're fun games.
Yeah, I remember playing them a couple times with you at the house. So
yeah, they're fun.
Yeah. Next one is Life is Strange Before the Storm. Now this is a sequel, a 3-episode series that stars the characters from the first game, which the first game is right now free on the PS4 Pro, or PS4 Pro members. Yeah. Yeah.
I think this is a Square Enix game too. I think Square Enix is publishing this.
It's possible. I think you're right, actually. The first episode comes out on August 31st. And the trailer it was a trailer. It looked cool. Another coming of age story like the other one.
Yeah, it's like I think there's like sci-fi elements to it. It's like I think there's like one of them has like telepathy or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's I mean, the first one is kind of like a sleeper hit. It came out, it was pretty well received, but it didn't really sell like crazy, but it has a following.
Yep. And then last I got is a bunch of indie games were announced. The Last Night, The Artful Escape, Tacoma, Lucky's Tale, Cuphead, and there was one other one I forgot to write it down though. But
I think I saw one that's called Ashen.
That was probably it, Ashen.
Ashen. And then I have one called, did you say the Darwin Project?
I did not say the Darwin Project.
Yeah, those two I saw.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if they're a part of it, but yeah.
Yeah, so indie games are getting some love. I think they get love every year, honestly, but...
Yeah. Well, yeah, they try to do it. They're like, we're not just all about AAA titles. We do indie stuff, too. Look! And it's like, they just like quick show all their indie stuff.
Just a big list. Yo, check out all this. There's our indie games. Bye.
Yeah, I know Cuphead. That one was supposed to come out last year. It kept getting delayed. Now it's finally coming out.
Nice. Yeah. Anyway, that's the end of the Xbox press conference there. I don't know if I missed anything.
Let's see.
Because I didn't watch it. I just kind of.
Oh, I have the original Xbox games.
Ooh.
The OG Xbox games, they're going to make them backwards compatible somehow. So, so they said all the big hitters for the Xbox, the original Xbox, are going to become backwards compatible coming up soon. So you can play hopefully it's the good ones like Knights of Old Republic 1 and 2, Crimson Skies, Halo. Well, that's about it for me.
1 and 2, Halo 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I mean just playing all these old Xbox games on your Xbox One will be fun. I mean, I'm assuming they're going to find a way to release them digitally because I don't think there's a lot of people with physical Xbox games anymore. I feel like they're kind of just not around.
You're right. Well, I mean, I think I saw some at half price books, but at the same time, you're absolutely right. Unless you go over to one of those third party video game shops.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't you're not going to go into a Best Buy and Xbox games. No, they're going to be 360 and Xbox One games.
Yeah, and they don't sell them at GameStop either, so it's just kind of
Yeah, so I'm assuming they're going. What I hope for this is if you sign up for the Xbox Live Game Pass, I hope they're just on the Xbox Live Game Pass as another reason to subscribe to that because I feel like that's a good selling point is being able to play this whole list of Xbox original Xbox backwards compatibility games. I think that's a good selling point. They should do that.
Definitely, I think that'd be a great idea. And then if PS4 could figure something out, or Sony could figure something out with that, they can probably do the same thing with the PS Now.
Yeah, well, we talked about that study that came out saying some company did a study saying the Xbox backwards compatibility is actually superly unpopular and no one uses it. And then it actually came out a couple days later. Microsoft said, "Well, no, that's wrong." And the company
half of the people that have a console use it.
Yeah. So. The company that actually did it admitted saying we might have gotten some bad results off of this study because I think they said they only tested 900,000 select, but that's you're not even testing 1 million people. It's that's nothing. There's so many more Xboxes in the wild than 900,000. That's a very, very, very small number.
Yeah, and there's billions of people have an Xbox.
Yeah, I mean that's such a small number. You can't test a small sample size and say that's reflective of everyone who owns an Xbox. See, look at the sample size. It's your sample size is way too low.
Well, try next time testing 900 million people.
Yeah, test every Xbox in ever. And then see what they do because your numbers are going to be really different. Yeah,
and then PlayStation came out based off of that research. They said, "Yeah, we're not going to do it because it's not popular."
Yeah, when it's
now that I mean. Granted, it is Microsoft saying it. They did come out. The company that did it did come out and say they fucked it up. But despite that, PlayStation will kind of take a reevaluate it. So
yeah. So I think there's a place for backwards compatibility. I don't think it should be any company's main focus. I think it should just be in addition to owning this console, you also get backwards compatible just for owning the console because it's you spent money on it, you should just get it because it's a good thing to do for consumers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean it's another good selling point for that too. So
yeah.
Anyway, that was it, right?
Yeah, I mean, Scorpio is now, pretty much got everything.
So what do we think of Xbox? They have 4 exclusives that they announced.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to wait and see what PlayStation does to see if they announce any more exclusives. Well, I mean, we know they're going to have Uncharted.
Yeah, Uncharted, what is that, Lost Legacy or whatever?
Lost Legacy. It's a continuation for Uncharted 4. I should not have sold that game. I should have kept it.
Should have kept it. The big thing that really stood out to me for this Microsoft reveal was no big AAA title revealed. Like, no AAA exclusive was revealed. Crackdown 3 is not a huge AAA game. That's not a big release.
Yeah.
Minecraft, not a big AAA game. Sea of Thieves is not even coming out this year. State of Decay isn't even coming out this year. I was kind of expecting them to come out saying, like, we have a big budget AAA title exclusively for the Xbox One, enhanced on the Scorpio, coming out this year, and they didn't really do that. There wasn't anything like that revealed.
Yep. I mean, other than Forza, but it's not. It's just a one.
Yeah.
That's just looking at one market of gamer.
Yeah. Like, the racing genre isn't, like, that's not going to, like, be huge. You're not going to see it sell, like, Halo numbers or anything. I mean, like, the racing genre is pretty small. But yeah, I was expecting, like, I was kind of expecting them to do something like Anthem, but just for the Xbox, not because Anthem is going to be for everything. I was kind of expecting them to do an Anthem-style game for the Xbox One, enhanced for Scorpio. I mean, the Xbox One X. But they didn't. They didn't really do anything like that. It kind of surprised me. They didn't really talk about... They didn't talk about Halo. They didn't talk about Gears of War. They didn't really talk about their existing franchises, when I think it's like, well, they still exist, and they're still part of what you're trying to do. Like, don't completely abandon them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I don't know why they didn't do anything about it, but... I mean, I know they said they weren't going to come out with Halo 6 this year.
No, yeah.
But I think they should have. They should have had something ready for it.
Something. I mean, it's like, it didn't have to be... I mean, it could have been as simple as, like... I don't know. Like, something like... Some, like, exclusive set in the Halo world... enhanced for the Xbox One X or something like that. Just give us something. I mean, because Halo's still a big franchise, and you can still use it, and you're trying to sell a console, and you're not even putting it on your new console. I think that's kind of a misstep.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of good potential here as far as games are concerned, but like we just said, they're not all of them are exclusive. Assassin's Creed, that's gonna be everywhere. State of Decay, that's gonna be. Oh, that's
exclusive, but it's not coming out till next year.
Okay, that's not coming out next year. Black Desert, no, that's. I mean, there's nothing still just really AAA, like you said. It's just the biggest ones here were Metro, Assassin's Creed, and Anthem. That was about it.
And those are all.
They're all for all of them.
Yeah, they're multi-platform. I was expecting them to. Their release. Okay, so we're releasing a new console in November, and they still don't really have a reason for that console to exist. Because you just play games in a better resolution. You're not getting new gameplay experiences. That's what I wanted from Microsoft. New gameplay experiences, and they still have not delivered that.
Yep. Yeah. So, Microsoft, I don't think PlayStation really has anything to worry about with the Scorpio at this moment in time.
No, not right now. I mean, maybe like next year, like we're going to start looking at some stuff.
Whatever.
But yeah, right now, right now it's the Scorpio still. It's not out yet, so.
Although PlayStation could still surprise us and come out with something that's better than their Pro. So.
That's true. Like, I mean, what I think is Sony going on tomorrow? I don't even know.
I think they're going on Tuesday.
Okay, so yeah, we'll have to. I mean, right now I'm grading Microsoft like. They didn't really. They kind of talked a lot, but they didn't really show us anything of substance. It was a lot of flash, but there wasn't really anything concrete, and there's still really nothing to get excited about. Being an Xbox One, say an Xbox One is your only console, you still don't really have a huge reason to be excited about owning an Xbox One. Even after this E3, it's not very exciting.
Yeah. So that's going to do it for this recap for the first 2 days of E3. So we're going to come back Monday night, and we're going to do a Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and then not Thursday, though, because Zach's leaving on Thursday.
I will not be here. Nope. That was that was a couple weekends ago.
Oh, that's right. You're going Dad's birthday.
Yeah, you got it.
Got it. All right, so anyway, so that's we're gonna be here for a majority of E3, coming at you, reporting, doing all that stuff, having fun, games, woo! Yeah. Stay tuned right here at the Chris and Zach Attack YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Like we're gonna tell you at the end of the video. And follow us on all the stuff, just like we're going to tell at the end of the video. And till next time, we'll see ya.
Bye.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And follow us on the Twitter, ChrisAndZachAttack. Follow us on Instagram, ChrisAndZachAttack. And follow us on Twitch, SgtMajorCool,
ZachAttack 4131.
and ChrisAndZachAttack, the join community channel.
That's us.
And thanks for watching. Everything you do will help us rise to the top.